America is under attack by drones, killer drones, poisonous drones, radioactive drones, enemy drones. Why do I say this? Because when you have a group of people, namely us in New York and New Jersey and elsewhere, freaking out over swarms and armadas of drones, and nobody's telling us what to do, the only thing we can think of, the only thing that we can posit from that is that it is being deliberately done to freak us out or to, per usual, hide something. And don't ever give me this nonsense that the government is doing this in order to protect our fears, to allay our fears, to not freak us out. The government loves to freak us out. The whole reason for the government is to freak us out. And that's what people have to understand. You know, this nonsense about, well, we have to eliminate the possibilities of maybe there being some radioactive dirty bomb or some device on the eastern seaboard. And this is merely, that's nonsense. It's complete and total nonsense. And the reason why it's nonsense is very, very simple. The reason is that they want you to be afraid. And all they would have to do is say, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking part in a structured drill to see what would happen in the event. And we would say, thank you. So don't be alarmed, America. Don't be alarmed if you see drones. That's what they would say if people applied common sense. But they don't apply common sense. What we're seeing right now is this attack, this blatant attack to freak you out. Government loves you. Panicky. It goes back to, I don't want to say it, the overused Hegelian dialectic, but I'm going to say it. Problem, reaction, solution. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. To be able to make you absolutely think, I am losing my mind. I am losing my mind. I don't know what's happening here. Dear God, could this be the end? Could this be something that is leading up to a disaster? Right around the time of the inauguration? What do you think? Let me tell you something about these rat bastard miserable Democrats. These progressives, these shadow government deep staters, they don't miss a trick. And while as wonderful as President Trump is and great, let me tell you something. The Republicans don't know what ruthless is. These people are sick bastards that love to see you freaked out. That is precisely what this is about. This has nothing to do with anything other than to create havoc and scare. Remember during COVID mania? That had nothing to do with containing any kind of contagion. It was to teach you control, to habituate you to control, to do a beta test, to do a kind of a dress rehearsal, to see what would happen. How far can we push these people? And let me also tell you something. You remember something. On January 15th, 5 days before the inauguration, this was the time frame when that dock workers strike was going to expire. Remember, they didn't settle anything. All they did was they just agreed to suspend the strike. Until when? January 15th. Let me say this again. I want you to listen carefully. These Democrats know exactly what's going on. And I heard somebody one time on some Twitter fiend said, why would anybody want to do anything to encourage, to provoke a war with Russia? Have you not listened to what these bastards have said? Have you not ever heard the words of Victoria Nuland and the military-industrial complex and war profiteers? These NATO nitwits? They would love this because they want to say, see, I told you. And whatever happens, they're going to blame North Korea. Well, maybe not North Korea. Iran or Russia. Why do you think that is? Always blame Iran whenever you can because they sponsor everything. They're the proxies. They are the originators. And Russia, oh my God. From the days of Boris Badenov and Natasha, we hate the Russians. We are Russophobic. We have Kremlin baiting in our genes. Let me tell you something. The bottom line is you don't know what's going on, and your government's not saying a thing.